Alright guys, so we got the gas tank and the muffler off, and we got the screen off the top, and now we're going to try to take the clutch off. I got my clutch removal tool here. You can pick this up on Amazon or any other website or local small engine repair shop, and we're going to try to take this clutch off. Usually got to take a screwdriver and wedge it on the flywheel so you can get this clutch off. But sometimes it's better to just sometimes a little bit of brute force might help. And in this case it did. Alright. Ooh, yeah, I got some nice rust on there. Oh, I thought I drained all the oil out of this thing. But that's why we do this on the food tray. There we go. Alright. Now get this brake off of here. There it goes. Alright. Flywheel. Usually they just pop off, or they like to be difficult. So let's hope this one's a little bit friendlier. Usually take my little small crowbar here and gently wrap on the back of it, because you don't want to crack that case. Some of the newer Briggs I've worked on, I've actually cracked the case doing this, and of course that made it a hunk of junk. So let's hit it with some Aerocoil here, and we'll heat it up a little bit, but there's no flammable rag anywhere, so let's hit it with some heat. Just a little bit. You don't want it ripping hot, at least not at first, and then if it doesn't come off this time, there it goes. Gentle persuasion. Alright, one flywheel. So, oh, look how easy it was to remove the key. Man, make sure to put that in the magnetic parts tray here. Quite a bit of dust and dirt underneath it. Mainly dirt. Alright, so now that we got this side taken care of, now we broke the coil wire. Gonna have to resolder that. Now we can tackle the bottom, which is a pulley, and by the looks of it, it's been on there for quite some time. So get a wire brush, brush off our junk. this bottom one isn't held in with anything. It's just sitting on there. So hopefully it'll come off. Usually has a key. Yeah, there's a key down in there. If we hit it with some heat and then whap it, it should pop right off of there. And so, no flammable things. Try it again here. Guess we might have to cook this one for a while here, because it's definitely been on there for a while. Let that soak in. Ooh, a little steamy. Oh, so these are the gloves I bought at Napa, the Challenger gloves. They're a 6 mil. And on the back here, you pay over 20 bucks for, where is it? There it is. Hincho in China. You gonna focus? Well, it says made in China. Then you get the handy dandy Harbor Freight ones here, and you look on the back, or on the front, or on the side here, and it says made in Malaysia. So, and for like half the cost. So, I'd say that's one heck of a deal for a thicker glove, a 9 mil glove, for like half the cost. So, I ain't buying those no more. I'll just stick to buying these once in a while. And I can use these at work, because the ones at work are too small for my big old hands. Alright, let's hit this thing with some heat again. And hopefully this thing will come off tonight. At least I planned on getting this thing off tonight. Alright, I would say that thing is plenty hot. You can tell when the arrow coil is kind of bubbling up out of the set screw on that pulley above it. I would say that means it's plenty hot. Is it going to fall off? No, it's still stuck on there pretty good. Maybe we can drive a wedge. Oh, don't grab it. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know if this thing's going to come off or not. Oh, I know it will. It'll just depends on how long it'll take. Because usually they just fall off. In theory, of course. Whoop, bumped you guys. This does pose a challenge now, doesn't it? I can only hit it so much. I might have heated up the shaft too much also, so now they're swelled together. We'll try cooling it down here. Bigger crowbar. Oh, look at that. Bigger crowbar is the solution. When in doubt, use a bigger crowbar. Ta-da! So there's that. Whew. Can only breathe in so many fumes, guys. Alright, blade adapter off. Oh, let's not put that by there. Now, is the key going to come out? Place your bets now. While you're eating your cereal or whatever you're doing. Wow, that was easier than I thought. Guess that key's okay. We'll put it by our blade adapter. And now for the challenge of the evening, getting this pulley off. I told you guys in the last video that another pulley I had to take to work, and I actually had to mill off the set screw in order to get the thing off of it. And I ended up making a new pulley at work, and I haven't brought it home yet. Wow, look at that. The set screw is actually loose. That's got to count for something, isn't it? Anyway, so I made a new pulley at work out of some scrap I had. So that was going to go on to that... oh wait, no, that one's going to go on that other 88 that I have. The other candidate for restoration here. So is it going to be nice? Highly doubtful. That would be a negative. Let's soak that. Although this one should be a little bit easier, I would think. Of course, these are always just hard to get off, aren't they? So, get my Harbor Freight puller set here. Love these things. Because if you've ever tried to get one of these things off without this, then you're just wasting your time. You might as well just go buy the $30 set. Save you the time. When you're doing these, you got to make sure that they're at least somewhat straight on there, because if they pull to one side, then they're not doing anybody any good. Alright, now we're going to get Mr. Wizard here. We could name him Gandalf, we could. We can get Gandalf here. And then we got to get our pair of vice grips. Use that for our leverage. You would make money. Because how else are you supposed to grip it? I could grip it right there on the pulley, but I don't want to really screw my pulley up. I could grip it on the shaft, but that's just a stupid idea. Guess I'll try that, but have a rag on it so I don't gall it up. I can always put it in my lathe and sand it. My vice grips will open that big. They will. Alright. Will it work? I guess so, because it just came off. Now it's all hidden because the rag's over it. Voila! One pulley off of its entombed shaft. Man. Almost used up my whole puller. Well, that could be hot. There she is. One pulley. Oh, now. And now to the key once more. This one definitely looks like it's been around. Let's make sure we can get it off of there. We will use my punch here, see if it'll cooperate for us. Maybe. Maybe not. Might have to use my hammer here. Well, that is moving. Aha, there she goes. And one key. Alright then, so a little bit of play. So we successfully removed both pulleys without breaking anything. And now we can finally crack this case open and see what waits for us within. Alright. Get the ratchet. Oh, they're 7/16. Of course they are. Of course they are. I think I have one. Whenever I need a 7/16, it seems that I find everything but a 7/16. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, 3/8. This can be a major problem. Ah, here it is. 7/16. Alright, well, I'm betting something's wrong with the cam. Or it's just a sticky lifter, which that might be. It was pretty sludgy when I undid the oil on it. Alright, so before I go removing it, And take some sandpaper here and just lightly go over it here. Make sure there's no burrs on there that can get stuck. Okay. Of course, I don't know how much oil this might puke out. I did tip it upside down and drain everything. But you never know. So we'll get the trusty old mallet here and we'll give her a whack. Make sure you didn't miss any bolts, which I did not. Alright, came undone. Alright guys, we're back. Did a little bit of editing, but we're still trying to get this top portion off. And it is just not cooperating at all. Man. Man, come on. No. Let's do... Oh, wait. I have a punch. About a big old punch here. This punch is probably older than everybody watching this video. Ta-da! We finally got it. Finally. Got some little bit of sludge in there. Probably what's causing our stickiness, I would say. But I mean, it looks fairly clean in here, surprisingly. I don't know if the play on the connecting rod doesn't feel like there's very much. So that's good. Let's get our 1/4 inch in there. Hopefully we can get this off. Oh, man. Ah, there you go. The other one. That didn't feel good. Did we just did we just strip that? Come on, don't scare me like that. Oh, golly, that hurt. Ow! That was unfriendly. That's for sure. Man, these things are not meant for people with big hands. Come on. There you go. Alright. One more to go. And we can finally look at our cylinder. A little bit of wear. Not terrible though. Get it in the focus. Well, it's not bad. Okay, there's our connecting rod. Very nice. No signs of scoring on the middle there, nice and clean. No hunks of steel. So I'm wondering if that was just a sticky valve tappet. There's some definite lines in the cylinder here. A little rough at the bottom, but it looks okay. Nothing that won't clean up here. You can see it worn out kind of more in the bottom, but the piston doesn't really travel that far into it, so. And the piston itself does have some lines on it. It looks okay. It does look like the it's been burning oil. Here's some burned oil in the bottom of the piston there, but it seems to be okay. Governor's there, everything, nothing looks suspicious or out of the ordinary. Which is good. take the valve cover off. Valve cover. And then our get our tappets here. I mean, it's not sticky. It might make contact with the valve itself and stick to it, and then when the valve lifts up, the cam shoves it back up or down, however you want to deal with that, and that's what that noise comes from. But I'd say just give it a good lubrication and cleaning and a fresh coat of paint, and it'll be ready to go back into service. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.